Hey everybody, and welcome back to the video series where we go from beginner trader to funded by Apex Trader funding. Just to be totally transparent, I am trading a $50,000 Combine Apex account. That means that this account hasn't been funded yet, but we are going through the process day by day, trade by trade, and getting this account funded together. Had a very successful day today, feeling a lot better after yesterday, came back with fresh eyes, fresh head, got a new take on the market, stuck to my guns, and made some good trades. So let's turn off this video here. That's my face. Got a little webcam, so I figured I'd use this. But let's turn off the webcam there, and we'll jump into the account summary here. Where did I put that account summary? Pardon me, guys. There we go. So the account summary, P&L today, $219.11, hitting that profit target of about $200 or 40 points on the MES, and the current account balance is at $50,985.85, so just about at that 1/3 mark on our way to the $3,000 profit target to get this account funded. Let's take a look at the trade summary for today. So just 3 trades, 1 small loss, 1 real nice winner, and then 1 small winner. So we'll jump into the charts here, take a look at the daily and the hourly where we get our setups, and then we will look at the 1-minute chart where we get all our executions. So let's hide those. Our daily chart is pretty familiar at this point, I imagine, if you've been following along with this trading series. We've had a long uptrend since October of last year, a more recent uptrend from March of this year, and then we've actually broken this most recent kind of curling upward uptrend from June, May of this year. So we've broken down below that. Today we broke through the 50 SMA, and we're clearly coming back into this daily demand zone that I put on the chart maybe 2-3 weeks ago now. And so rejected from this daily supply zone, that's from last April. So that's kind of the overall market structure that we're dealing with. So let's kind of drill down a little bit into the 1-hour chart and see where our setups came from today. So this is that big daily demand zone today. You could also mark this here as a 1-hour supply zone. You could potentially mark this as the 1-hour demand zone at the beginning of the daily demand zone. And that's pretty well everything we're looking at there. We could include these, but really we're most concerned about first the pre-market supply, pre-market demand, and this big daily demand zone that we're well into now, as you can see. So I mentioned last week that I thought that this was going to start coming into play early to mid this week, and it looks like we're going to get some opportunities to long if we make some good demand zones down in here for tomorrow morning. So let's jump down into the 1-minute chart here and take a look at our executions. I know there's a lot of lines on the chart here right now. I've been messing with a VWAP setup that has the VWAP in pink, and then these are standard deviations above in the blue and standard deviations below in the red. But let me just switch that off for now so that we don't have to look at it. It really does take up a lot of room. Oh, where is that? There, let's hide that. There we go. That's cleaned things up a little bit, hey? All right, so first trade of the day, right off the open, we wick below the previous lows here. Low, low, wick below there, make a bit of a base, and then push up off the open into the 1-hour supply zone, sell off. And when we come back into this area here, zoom in a little bit more, this area right here, there was a large delta flip. We'd also filled the fair value gap in this area, so I look to take a short right there. Let's take out the arrow tool, short right here. Unfortunately, stopped out right above. That's too bad. But what we did do was make almost a double top. If we take out a horizontal line here, almost to the double top right here, got short again, especially because I like when we see these divergences on the RSI. And if I can pull this down, also divergence on the cumulative delta. Those are things that I'm always looking for to inform my reversal trades. We push into an area, we see a divergence on the RSI or the cumulative delta, and that means that I like to get short in those areas. But as you can see, we sold off, came back up, almost touched that level again. At this point, I had a stop loss kind of above this area or just above this high here. Never quite hit it. Never hit it. Sold off again, didn't take a partial yet, once more, and then right when we got up here, if you looked at it on the 5-minute, let me just duplicate this chart so we can do the 5-minute on here, give it a second to load. If you look at it on the 5-minute here, that's a really strong divergence between here and there. We'll get rid of a couple of these lines so that they're not in the way of what we're trying to do. Oh, that's frustrating. We'll just draw that again quickly. Sorry about this, guys. Just want to make sure we have those zones well marked because that's really the basis of all of my trading. So here, push up, new double top, that's where I took my initial entry, sold off, came back up into here. I actually added one in here as well, so brought my stop down below, right above this wick here, came up. This is where I really should have gotten short, but honestly, I should have been taking partials in here, or I didn't manage this trade the best, honestly, but I think it was still quite good. We got a nice strong divergence here, divergence there, and then a nice double top there, right? And then we really sold off. I took two off into the 1 hour demand zone, and then when we started pushing into this daily demand zone some more, I took one more off. I could have held it until the end of the day, which is, you know, probably a pretty good thing to do, but it's always frustrating when you're coming into FOMC minutes. We got a little bit of action up here for FOMC minutes, and I didn't want to just hold the trade, especially going into that news. So that was trade number 2 here. Pretty fantastic looking trade in my mind. And then this was trade number 3. So 5-minute demand zone here within our daily demand zone. We wick the low. You know, we go and trap the weak shorts here, trying to buy the breakdown once again. If we go to our line tool, so we got that low, divergence here. Didn't get a divergence on this on the cumulative delta, just on the RSI. So entered with half a position and looking to trade it as a scalp. So I took 2 off right away, and then the rest kind of below where we started to form this 5-minute supply zone from when the news from the FOMC minutes dropped. Could have pushed up. I probably should have held a little bit longer onto this one, maybe up into the 50s. This I probably could have taken when we pushed these highs, but because I'd already made, you know, a healthy profit, I didn't want to give too much back. I think it was just a small trade, keep it as a scalp. But yeah, pretty successful day. The first trade, let's bring up that summary again. $35 loss. Second trade, $206.25 on the short there. So maximum was 3 contracts on that. And then $55 on this here. And that was only two contracts for that one. Let's also take a look at the calendar. So the month of August is looking better and better. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 winning days, 4 losing days. And our losing day yesterday, we managed to keep quite small. So that's great. We're halfway through the month here, and things are looking fantastic. We're a third of the way to getting this account funded. So things are looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this so far. So thank you guys for tuning in and watching all these trade reviews. If there's any questions you have, put them in the comments below. If you want to follow along, you can like and subscribe, turn on the notifications. That way you see when these videos come up and you can follow along. If you have any questions about Apex or Sierra Chart, anything like that, put them in the comments below, and share this with anybody else who is going through their trading journey from, you know, being a beginner to trying to get consistently profitable. So we can do this all together. Be fantastic if you could follow along. So with that in mind, let's come back tomorrow. Have a great trading week. I hope you guys are all green, and I'll see you tomorrow.